Hello guys, welcome to the stream. I'm just setting up few things and then we can get started. Just give me a minute. Hello guys, welcome back to the stream for today. So this is day 11 and we have been building Offdata AI, right? So Offdata AI is a tool which is being, created specifically for data engineers and the data modelers who want to establish their, data model from scratch for a certain industry. Okay, they can just go ahead and give an interview within the tool, and automatically the tool asks specific questions according to the domain as well as the kind of model that people are trying to build. Okay, and then according to that they can actually build up their data models, and automatically AI helps them to provide them all the ERD diagrams, the documentation and everything, right? And also it can also provide you the whole DBT project created for you. Okay, if anyhow you want to use DBT in your projects. Okay, because these days most of the people who are working on the data warehouses try to specifically use DBT because it becomes pretty easy to reuse data models in that. And also it comes with a lot of capabilities like data lineage tests in DBT, right, which comes pre-built within DBT. So they can just go ahead directly implement all those things, and then they can run all their analytics stacks and the transformation stack in that. Okay, so we will keep on working on the next stages of the product. So we have done quite a lot of things in that, and like in the morning I got some time, so I implemented few of the things. So today we will be implementing few more enhancement in this product so that it becomes pretty much production ready for us. Okay, and then we will move ahead and deploy this and market this product for the various people, and we'll try to get some traction on top of it so that we can onboard few users. Okay, so we have also like decided some plan for the pricing as well, so we will talk about all these things in detail in today's stream as well. Okay, so if you haven't seen the older streams, for sure you can go ahead and check it out. Okay, how and from where we have started building up this product, and what was the basic intention behind building it. Okay, and why we are actually, what kind of a problem we are actually trying to solve with this. Okay, so yeah, so I guess we should not wait for more time and we should get started. But before that, I'll pause here and request you guys to just subscribe and like the channel as well. And if you feel that you want to see the daily streams automatically and you get notified for that, so just press the bell icon as well on the channel. So keep vibe coding and keep learning, guys. So by the way, we have reached up to 38 subscribers right now. So a great shout out to all the people who are subscribing the channel and progressing and learning new things on this channel. Okay, so we talk about all the latest technologies using building products using AI. So we'll be talking a lot of more things as well on this channel. So for sure you can just provide in comments what all topics you want me to cover. So I'll try to cover all those things as well within my next videos. Okay. So without wasting the time, let's get started. Okay. Okay, so this is how the Offdata platform looks like right now. Okay, so everything right now actually runs in a background process. Okay, so even if it takes a lot of time to produce a data model, so that runs kind of inside a background process as well as a async job. Okay, so every agent is working in kind of an async mechanism. So we have integrated this with R2 storage as well. Okay, so which is by Cloudflare, so which is similar to what is S3 for AWS. Okay, or for blob storage to Azure. Okay, so we are using R2 object storage because right now it's free for us. Okay, up to 10 GB it gives you free storage, and after that it charges you a small amount for that as well. Okay, also we have integrated Supabase as well as a background database for our application. Okay, for storing up all the knowledge bases and everything. So we are using Postgres basically. Okay, Supabase is just like what I'll say, it's like a vendor for Postgres. So they provide you the instances for Postgres pre-built for you. Okay, which you can just quickly spawn and run your databases. Okay, and then we are using PG Vector as well. Okay, for storing up all the embeddings of the documents that we actually upload, because these documents get used by agents as well. Okay, so while they are interviewing you, they can actually query through the knowledge bases in which like you can upload documents related to your company or the industry that you want to build a data model for, and also the client you are working for, right? So you can use that. Okay, so automatically the agents try to query that and try to get more and more information about the model that they are trying to build. Okay, so that means it becomes a very industry specific data model as well. It's not only just a generic data model that our agent creates. So it's much more of an industry specific data model. Okay, so that's the thought process behind that. Okay, because otherwise you have to go through multiple layers of meetings, calls and whatnot. Okay, along with your data modelers and everything. Okay, so to avoid such thing, we can have such kind of a tool where people can come in and they can create their data model just by uploading and giving an interview to AI. Okay, by giving answers to certain questions, and then they are ready with the first level of data model that can be implemented and can be directly put up in their data warehouses and in production environment. Okay, so this is how the overall product is and what it's all about. Okay, so we'll now move ahead and start our development piece. Okay, so let me also open the Redis. So now we are also using Redis for managing up all the the async processes that are running at the background. Okay, so let me just log in into Redis as well. Google. Okay. So you can see, right? So we are now logged into Redis. So basically Redis is used to maintain the state of the jobs that are running at the background. Like once the interview gets complete, so there is a synthesis job, right? Which actually synthesizes your all the inputs that you have given to AI, as well as interacts with your domain knowledge and knowledge bases at the background to produce the final output. Okay, so I'll show you one of the demo project that we created, okay, in which the output was created. Okay, so we are using basically Arc for running the jobs into. So Arc is basically a framework, okay, for running like jobs in a queuing kind of a system. Okay, so it's like a queue system where jobs are submitted and automatically the queue picks up the jobs and implements the job. So queues are nothing but your workers. Okay, so queue is basically assigning your task to the workers, and then according to that the workers pick up the jobs and then they implement it basically. Okay, whatever the code is written for them to execute. So if you want to read more about it, so this is the framework Arc Redis. Okay, so this is a like an RPC based system. Okay, so it's pretty fast. Okay, because it's an RPC kind of system that has been built up using job queues in Python with async IO and Redis. Okay, so if you want to check it out, for sure you can go ahead and check it out and try to implement few of the things in it. Okay, so it's pretty fast actually. Okay, yeah. So let's now move to the few sections of product itself. So this is how now the product looks like. Okay, so we have also put a few of the things over here where you have integrations already there, data sources already there, and if you are not subscribed to any of the plan, okay, so you cannot do anything in the product. Okay, so this project was already pre-created, so before actually I implemented the logic, so that's why you can see this project. Otherwise, if you go to the knowledge base right now, if you try to right now if you see the billing section, I'm not subscribed to any of the plan. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so but if you go to try to create a knowledge base, so let me just put up a demo and then demo as well over here. So if you try to create it, so you get the forbidden error. So API should not return something like this. Okay, so for sure API would return like this, but UI should not show an error like this because this doesn't look good for the user facing applications. Okay, so we'll try to improve all this stuff. Okay, so like it should show a meaningful kind of reply, like first subscribe any of the billing plan, then only you will be able to do that. Okay, also I've implemented the billing section as well, where you if you click on subscribe on any of the plan right now, so you will be taken to the Stripe page itself. Okay, and you have a pre-filled email. Automatically it picks up the email of the user that is logged in into the tool. Okay, and then you just put up all your details, you subscribe the plan, and you're done with it. Right now I need to configure few of the things like configuring webhooks within Stripe. So I'll talk about it. Why do we need webhooks and how we can actually configure those as well. Okay, so Stripe is itself a very interesting tool. Okay, so if you want to have like a billing system embedded within your product, okay, so it's an amazing tool. Okay, but the problem with Stripe is it's still not available in India properly. So if you and or your company is registered in like Dubai, USA, Australia, or like outside India, so for sure you can get up a Stripe account. Okay, otherwise within India it becomes pretty difficult right now. Okay, so within India they are still exploring and bringing up the services. I'm not sure when they are planning to do that, but if you have your company or organization registered within these kind of countries like USA and Australia. So it's pretty for you to easy for you to get up a Stripe account and have billing systems embedded. So similar to that is like within India is Razorpay, right? So you can implement Razorpay for that if you want to integrate specific stuff only for Indian market. So if you're planning that, so you can do that. Okay. So we will talk about all those things. Okay, so this is how the page would be. Okay, also I have also created up a coupon code for the starter plan where I'll be giving this $20 off for first 3 months. Okay, so it would cost you somewhere around $9 per month for the starter plan. Okay, just to get started with this particular product. Okay, so within starter plan I'm still thinking out, okay, what all things I need to provide to the user so that they get the feel of the product itself. Okay, and they can actually see the capabilities of the product, and they can then move into higher plans if they want to scale it up and use it up organization wide. Okay, so then for sure it becomes a pretty great tool for them. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so now let me show you one of the project that we had created for like a dummy piece where we would be using that specifically for creating more features, so that we have at least one sample project created and the resources created in it. Okay, so let me just go inside it. So this is how, once the interview gets completed, this is how you can actually track and see what all replies and questions the user has asked, okay, and replied to. And if you want to continue refining, you can do that. Okay, so this won't be available, continue refining won't be available within the starter plan. So once you are done with the interview and the AI decides, okay, how many questions AI want to ask for building up certain data model, and once it's done, you provide all your answers and it will create it like assets for you. Okay, but continue refining would only be present if you are on a higher plan. Okay, because otherwise the users will keep on using the tokens and everything. So in order to avoid such things, so we have confined it up to a certain level in the starter plan itself. Okay, so also you won't be able to do the start over again within the interviews. Okay, in the starter plan, so it's like a one time project creation for you, but you will be able to download the assets in that. Okay, and then you would be able to see the ERD diagram. Okay, so once that is done, so this is how an ERD diagram gets created. Okay, so in this, automatically it creates an ERD diagram for you, whatever the relationships and the dependencies it feels should be between the tables. So automatically it creates that for you. Okay, looks pretty nice, right? So but still we will be improving it, like users can update few of the fields, like the name of the fields, even they can add the tables over here. Okay, so how that would be, it would be like is we will give like a chat kind of a feature over here where users can directly chat with the current ERD system, like because at the background what we have done is we have created an IR, right? So IR is nothing like a JSON configuration which contains your end-to-end data model. Okay, where your whole data model can be represented in a JSON form. Okay, so that we have created at the background for this tool. Okay, which is like a standard for all kind of data models that we have done. Okay, so once that is created, automatically you can then interact with it, you can add more tables, you can decrease the tables, you can update the field names and all that stuff. Okay, and once you are done with this, automatically you just press synthesize, automatically all your DDLs would be recreated, seed data would be recreated, right? And then DBT project would also be recreated with all the updations, right? So these all things are coming automatically. Okay, you can see, right, every SQL and all, you have a full like implementation blown project for DBT which you can just directly run it on your warehouse itself. Okay, so we will be giving that capability as well. From here only you can run directly this on top of your warehouse just by doing integration within your warehouses. Okay, so that's how the plan is. Okay, and then you have the option to export as well, export the project. Okay, that we will be also giving it. Okay, So yeah, so this is how the product right now is. Okay, so let's now start thinking of what should we implement first today. Okay, let me just check one thing. Okay, flexible billing, this is fine. Knowledge base, this is also good. Okay, so this goes here, integrations come here. Even integrations you won't be able to access till the time you are subscribed to a plan. Okay, so that's how we are building this. Okay, knowledge base projects. Okay, so now let's start implement. First of all, I want to implement according to the plan. Okay, let's think what should we give it in a starter plan. Okay, so that within $9 we are able to provide some good kind of what I'll say, good kind of capabilities to the users. Okay, so that they feel that this product can be worthy enough to move to a next plan. Okay, so we can give like one active project for sure. Okay, so that means active project is like in which you are actually building up all the stuff and you are making editing and additions on the tables and everything. Okay, so that is one thing. Then AI interview workflow for sure, that would be there. Okay, so you won't be able to start over or rerun the flow, but this is like one time you will get that. Then ERD generation would be there. Okay, DDL generation would also be there. And then limited DBT models. Okay, still I need to figure out like DBT limited. Yeah, we can give like a full DBT model as well. That's fine, but we won't be giving them the option to pull that out. Okay, out of the product for sure. If you see, user will have the option to copy and paste everything, right? So they can copy paste, but we will try to see ways how we can stop that as well. Okay, we will see that. And also seed data would also, you won't be basically able to extract things out of the product. Okay, that is my whole intention behind the first starter plan. Okay, then you will also not be able to export the sequels. Okay, so it's like you are just testing and trying the product. Okay, so that's what I want to give. Okay, and then this is like I am planning. Okay, and you will be also be able to create one knowledge base as well. Okay, so you would be able to create a knowledge base, only one. Okay, in which you can upload document like up to 5 documents. Okay, and that to 10 MB each, not more than that, or like a 5 MB each document. That is what I am planning to do. Okay, so that's how I'm thinking for the starter plan. Okay, but we will move plan by plan, so that once we have the starter plan ready, then we will move to the pro plan, because I believe for getting the customers first, right, the best plan would be for them to offer them would be like a starter plan, which is just like $9 per month, right, for first 3 months, for the where they can actually check the capabilities and look out what can be done using this product within their organization, right? And once they are satisfied with that, they will try to move to a pro plan. Okay, in which we give like 5 active projects where they can work multiple projects together, and then they will be having unlimited AI interviews, right? Full DBT model generation is already there, right? And then you have the seed data generation, version history, advanced exports, right? So what do you mean by version history? So I forgot to tell about that as well. Let me show you. So if you go to the the projects page, so if you go to the project, so once you go to the ERD, right, so right now you can see the versions of the ERD, right? So we start like we reiterated over like 4 versions of it, right, by giving interview again, or like by doing the continue refining part as well. Okay, so you can actually track all the versions over here. So if you switch the version, you can see what was the older version and how did the older version looked. So let me go to the V2, so you will see how it changed, right? So this is a great way to track everything, right? So how we started and how on which version we are right now. So we are tracking everything end to end. Okay, which gives them the capability to see how they are evolving their data model, right? So that's pretty cool for them. Okay, so similarly I would also give the same thing for the ddls as well. Okay, seed data as well, and then dbt project as well. Okay, and then export, obviously you will be able to export any of the version. Okay, so here we'll give the version export as well. Okay, specific version, if they want to export they can do that. Okay, so let's first build this part. Okay, version part should be enabled for the ddls, seed data, DVD project, as well as the export feature as well. So right now, if I think there is no export feature implemented, so what I'm thinking is let's first implement the export feature and then we will implement the versioning part and all this thing. Okay, so let's start with this first. Okay, so this is the terminal where everything is running right now. So let me open one more terminal. This will be a Claude terminal. Okay, what's the problem? Let me clear this. Lord. Okay, so now let's try to implement. Can you start implementing the export project feature as well, where once the user clicks on download.zip button, then all the assets, basically like the ERD diagram, DDLs, and the seed data and DBT project should be coming into the zip itself. So each should be contained within their folder, within the complete folder. Okay, yeah, let's start doing that. Okay, so it's working on this part till the time. Let's also, I guess we can start implementing the version part as well parallelly, because that should not be dependent. Okay, yeah, let me clear this and then launch a Claude. Just like we have a version feature in ERD section, where you can switch up between the versions and see the previous history of the versions as well. So similarly, I want the same version feature in DDL, seed data, and DBT as well as in export, so that user can select which version they want to see, and within export they can select the version, which version they want to export. Okay, so let's start that as well. So yeah, yes, allow all. So guys, I'll be just back. I'll just bring some water. Yep, I'm back. Okay, let me see the other section. Let me approve this. this is, I guess, almost implemented. Okay, we'll also see the export section now. Okay, let's see what all can be exported. Okay, yeah, so you have download all generated zip, the bundle contains, okay, ready to run DVD project, each in its own folder. Okay, let's download the zip. Let's see what comes in the zip. Okay, okay, this is the zip. I have this. Okay, so you have the ir.json. Okay, this is how the exact ir file looks like. Okay, so let me open in VS Code itself. Yeah, so this is like your, you can say, the crux of everything. Okay, whatever data model you have built, this is the crux of it. Okay, so it's a pretty big JSON, you can see, right? Because it tells you about each and every column, whether it's a PII, it's not a PII, right? It talks about all that stuff. Everything is there, right? It's a detailed representation of your data. Okay, so let me just close this. Then you have a readme.md file as well. Okay, this is also good. So let me just see what is it inside that. Okay, it talks about what is the version which we are downloading, target platform, entities are 11 and relationships are 13. This is pretty good. You have everything, right? So then this is good. Then ERDs, okay, mermaid files are there. Okay, DBML is also there. That's fine. Okay, so anyhow, I'll also ask it to put like a JPEG image as well. Okay, in the ERD export, so that even if users don't want to use the mermaid or something like that, they can that's directly see at least, right, the model if they want to. Then you have the DDLs. Okay, this is great. So let me open Databricks. Okay, this is great. So you have the whole SQL over here. Okay. Okay. So let me just copy one of the SQL. I guess, can we define like primary keys in Databricks? I'm not sure. Let me just check it out. Chat. Or let me just ask this. Okay, so let's ask this. Is this a valid Databricks query? Okay, let's ask. Okay, this is fine, good. So primary key is supported. Okay, the important constraint behavior, the primary constraint is informational only in Databricks. Okay, documents intent but is never not enforced at right time. Okay, don't repeat it. Just for representation, right? So use constraints if you need runtime validation. Okay. Okay, if you need runtime validation or handle uniqueness in your ETL logic. Okay. Can you show me? Okay, let me just, if you need guaranteed uniqueness, use merge operation. Yeah, that is. So we are not exactly creating the pipeline, right? We are creating the model itself. Okay. So that is fine, because merge operations would majorly be used onto the pipeline side. Okay, not onto the model side. Okay. Okay, then we are pretty good enough for this. Okay, so I just wanted to confirm everything. Okay, so yeah, let me move back. What else do we have in the folder? I was just checking that folder. Okay, this is fine. Databricks dot SQL. Then you have the seed data. You have the CSVs for the data. Okay, and then you have the seed dot SQL. Great, you have everything. Then you have the DVD project as well. Great, great, great. This is amazing. Okay, so let me see what is it inside this profiles. Okay, like this. Yeah, got it. So this would be workspace, then this will be catalog. Okay, great. Nice. So everything is coming directly for you, right? So you don't need to invest much of the time thinking. Okay, and also within export, it's only exporting for the platform which you have selected. Okay, so I will also want all the platforms are coming into the export, but only in the starter plan we won't be giving the option to export anything. Okay, for that you need to move to a pro plan for sure. Okay. Okay, then let me go back to the page. Okay, so this looks good, but in the expo, okay, so I was implementing the one feature, right? So let me go back to VS Code. Okay, this one is done. This one, yeah, it's still waiting for me for the versioning part, right? So we are waiting for the version parameter implementation. So a user is asking like, I am wondering when I'll be good in IT. For sure, guys, you can be good in IT, right? Once you start coding and once you start thinking, right, how you want to build up a product. So even before building, you can do one thing, right? It's very simple. Just take a pen and a paper, right? Think what you want to build, what is the outcome that you want to achieve from that thing, right? Once you are building it, and how would you reach that particular final stage. Okay, then break it down into small chunks. Okay, that's how we are actually live building this product, right? I'm also breaking down small like the overall thing into small chunks, right? I'm taking feature by feature, that now I want to implement this, now I want to work on this. And while solving one thing, you will face issues as well, right? Bugs and everything. So we are developing everything live in front of you. Okay, so you can see how the overall process goes like, and how the thought process should be while building up a product. Okay, you cannot ever think like building it, completely end to end just in one go. Okay, that won't happen anyhow. So you need to take baby steps basically for building up the product, and then you can build anything, and you can be good in IT as well. Okay, and with coming of these models, right, AI models like Claude, Chat GPT, and all that stuff, now the development has become pretty fast. You can see right now, right, within I'll say 10 to 11 days, right, we have achieved that much, which would almost take like 8 to 9 months earlier, right? And that would also involve multiple teams as well. So right now I'm just a single person who is building all this product. The only thing is I have the domain knowledge. I know the things, how to build the things end to end. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. So nothing is impossible, guys. So anyone can build anything in IT. Okay, and you can be pretty good in coding as well. Okay. Next thing, yeah. So we are just putting up the version picker basically right now. If you see, this is done. Okay, so this is pretty good enough. Okay, then you have the DDL section also we have. Okay, so let's switch to one of the other. I want to see the how was the older DDL. Okay, so let's see whether it's showing. Yeah, it's showing only 4 tables, right? We in the starting we had only 4 tables. Okay, and then in the seed data also you have the six. From here only we can see, right, 6, 8, 9, and 11 entities. So it's working pretty good. Okay, so now we can switch to different versions. So we are maintaining all the versions of everything, which is good, right, for tracking everything end to end. Okay, so like we can call this like a CI/CD of data modeling, right? So it's pretty good enough. Okay, then in integrations also I want to integrate the resend mail part as well. Okay, so we'll do that today. Then this is fine. Okay, so Offdata AI projects. ERT. Yeah. So just start building things, right? You will be good in IT for sure. Till the time you don't start building stuff, it seems impossible, okay? And once you start building it, nothing is impossible, okay? You can be pretty good in that. That's how exactly my journey also started, right? So I started my career with like a junior .NET developer, and now I work as a CTO somewhere, and also like I work as technical architect, data architect, right? So I play multiple roles. I wear multiple hats. So it takes time, right, to reach up to that level. So it's like that. Okay, one thing I also observe over here is, right, so if you see here in the model, it's putting like red kind of a lock over here. I believe this is representing basically okay, this is basically representing like PII data. That is what I believe. Okay, that is what model is trying to showcase over here. And also one more thing is like it's hiding few of the attributes, okay? And somewhere in front it's like a star, and then somewhere it's in front like a tilde kind of a symbol. So we need to put all these things as well, what everything means in this diagram, okay? So we'll see how we can actually improve this part. Let's first implement this part and then we'll move to that. Okay, this is done. Okay, so this is also done now. So we have versioning also on the exports as well. Great. Let me just export the older version. Let's see whether it has lesser amount of things. Yeah, it is like the seed should be less. Yeah, seed data is less. So from here I can actually verify, right, whether it's downloading correct stuff or not. Yeah, correct. This is good enough, right? So we can come to a conclusion from this. Yeah, this is nice. So now let's move to this part only in the ERD diagram, right? So there are like a lock kind of symbols, and then there are tilde, star symbols, and also few attributes are hidden onto the table, right? So it should show all the attributes basically in the diagram, right? It should not like write plus one more attributes. Okay, so let's tell this to Claude, okay, so that Claude can start working on it. One thing I observed on the ERD diagram is like when I see certain tables, within the tables in front of the fields there are symbols like lock symbol, tilde symbol, star symbol, right? So what all these symbols represent? I believe lock symbol represents PII data, but I just wanted to confirm that. And also within the table, at the end in few tables it's written plus one attribute, right? So it should not write like that. It should represent all the columns that are present within the table itself. Okay, so we want to represent everything basically, so that's why. Yeah. Yeah, red lock. I thought it was must be PII. Column flag is personally. Okay, this is good. Column can be null. Okay, required not null. Got it. PK is primary key. BK is business key. That is fine. On the plus and more additional lines. Okay, deliberately truncate to the first and non. That's another UI clamp. I'll remove the clamp. Okay, this is fine. Then every attribute will now render in each entity node. Yeah, now it's showing all the node. Okay. Also we want something like this on the right side, right? Like a map of everything, like what all these symbols represent. So that should be a great way of representing all the things so that users don't get confused. Okay, that's the whole point over here. Okay, so let's put that. Yeah. Can you put all these things in the legend as well, just like we have for the relationships? Within that only you can put up all the symbols, meanings in that legend. Okay, so let's put everything so that it's it's easy for users to understand. Okay, what all everything represents in this. Okay, so it has placed everything in the legends. Okay, yeah, this is good. Now people can actually, understand what each symbol represents. Just like I also got confused, right? What does the star represents, tilde represents? So they know exactly, right? What everything is representing right now in the model. Okay, so this is good enough. And then also in the export, right? I wanted a JPEG of this complete diagram, right, so that they can directly look at it. Okay, let's do that. So when I export everything from the export section, while exporting the ERD, it exports like the mermaid file as well as one more file. I also want a JPEG file of the whole diagram along with the legends as well. So that everything is properly visible into the JPEG, and automatically everything is aligned properly within the JPEG for the data model, and I can also see the legend as well. Okay, so let's do that part as well. Okay, till the time this is implemented, uh, let's also check few parts of LinkedIn as well. Okay, so because LinkedIn helps you to help keeps you like updated about what is happening. Okay, what all things are happening right now. Okay. Okay, so I just keep on going to LinkedIn, right? So it has now become an addiction for me. So I just keep on seeing whatever is happening onto the professional side and technology side. It helps you to keep yourself updated. Okay. Yeah, most of the times when I open LinkedIn these days, it's like layoffs news I see mostly. Okay. And something new has come up in India, which is like a cockroach Janta party. If you want to check it out, you can do that. So a lot of things are happening around the world, basically. Okay. Yeah, let's move back for now. It's still working. Okay. Okay. Let's also check something on YouTube. View your channel. I just wanted to see whether there are any copyright strikes or not. Okay, so every time I play some music, I don't know why YouTube keeps on putting some copyright claim. So I have to remove the music. That's a big problem. So that's why I'm now stopping to put any kind of music now. Okay, on the videos. I'm not sure, and it takes a lot of time. I don't know why they don't give a bulk option to remove the music. wherever the copyright claim is present. Okay, so I'm not sure how to do that, but if anyone of you knows, right, put that in the chat so that I can, remove this in one time. That's a very big tedious task for me every time. The best thing is now I'll stop playing music. That's the only way left now. Okay, and it takes some time, right, to remove all this uh, like that. Okay, okay. Yep. So let's go to the analytics. We'll see. We have now reached 39 subscribers. So let's grow, guys. Let's make this stream like viral because we are building up a very great product, right? Once it gets built up, it can be used by a lot of data engineers and data modelers or whatnot. It's a great product for them. Okay, so let's try to push the stream ahead. For sure, make your friends also come in and join in the stream. They can also learn, right, how the thought process is behind building up a product from scratch. Because I'm building in front of you guys, right? I'm building it live. Okay, and I can also see most of the people are not subscribed. So guys, if you're watching the stream, do make sure to subscribe the stream as well as the channel, right, so that you get all the latest notifications. Okay, so whatever notifications are there or the new videos come up, right, so you can see them directly on your feed. Okay, otherwise YouTube won't show them on your feed. Okay, so let's close this. Let me also close this. Yeah, let's go back. Let's just allow. Hmm. Okay. It's still working on it. So till the time, let's just go through the other sections of the product. Okay. Uh, okay. DDL and then yeah. Also, one thing was like exporting all the DDLs for like different folders should be there. Like within Databricks, it should be like Databricks one. This would all be all the pro feature, right? Copy SQL also I'll remove it from the main like the basic account, right? Basic subscription. I'll remove that. Download SQL as well. Okay. I'll remove this. Basically, I don't need this anyhow. We are giving everything in the export feature, right? So from here we can remove this. From here also we can remove this. Okay, and then dbt also. Yeah, here we need to put like a publish to GitHub. Okay, So copy file will remove everything. Okay, this is also done. So let's now see whether the image gets exported or not. Okay, so let's try to export this. Download zip. Okay, insurance, ERD. Yes, we have the JPEG. Let's open this. Great. This is nice. Nice. Good enough. Right? Good enough. Yes, we have everything properly shown up here. Nice. And we also have the site legend as well available. Great. This looks good. Okay. This is good. And then exporting of the DDLs, right? For exporting of the DDLs, right, when we are exporting everything together, so right now we are only exporting the DDL for the platform which has been included while creating the project, but we should export all the DDLs for all the platforms that have been listed over there within each folder, right? So like on the top level would be DDL, then there would be subfolders of BigQuery, Databricks, DuckDB, similar to that, and inside that they would be having their separate SQL files. Okay, so let's do that stuff as well. I'll also try one day to showcase my setup as well, so that you can see it's a pretty basic setup right now, since I have just started streaming, right? I just use two screens, one for managing all that streaming stuff, and then one for showcasing all the coding stuff. Okay, and then it's a pretty decent mic that I'm using right now. It's like a Fifi mic. Fifi is the company basically. Okay, so it's a pretty good decent mic, and it comes in a very decent price range as well. Okay, and then yeah, it's a pretty basic setup for now. Okay, but once I grow my audience and everything, I'll be pushing up the overall thing in a better shape. Okay, so parallelly I'm building one more product as well. Okay, I'll showcase you that as well in some time. Okay, somewhere like I'll create a video for that as well one day. Okay, what I am thinking of creating on the parallel side. Okay, so now we have something like this. Okay, so in each folder we'll be having multiple files as well. Okay, so now we are done with this section. Okay, so now let's start implementing the guardrails for the billing plans. Okay, so like for the starter plan, what we were thinking: one active project, one AI interview workflow. Okay, ERD generation should be there, DD, everything should be there, right? DBT model should be created, SQL export should be created. Export should not be there, SQL should be created, but you won't be able to export anything or able to copy anything. That is what I want. Okay, so let's ask, and also there should not be any versioning Yeah, anyhow, we can show the versioning. That is fine, I believe, right? So you can have your multiple versions. Anyhow, that would be a single version only because we are not allowing anything other than like one interview is only applicable, right? So you won't be having multiple versions. Anyhow, yeah, we can keep it like that. Okay, for version it's fine. So only thing is nothing can be exported. Okay, so let me just come to the billing plan. Okay, so let's start implementing. So now we will start implementing the guardrails for each and every billing plan. So according to what plan, what things a user would be able to access. Okay. So let's first start with implementing the starter plan. So for starter plan, I believe the user should be able to create one active project. Okay. By active means the user on which the user project the user is working. Okay. So user should be able to create one active project. Okay. Then for the AI interview workflow, only one AI interview should be allowed. After that, there should be no option coming like continue refining or start over like that. Okay, there should be no option for that because whatever the AI is asking questions, it should be one time. It should not be the second time, or there should not be an option to do continue refining or you know uh, do the separate stuff. Then ERD generation should be there. DDL generation for all the platforms should be there. DBT model should also be created fully within the starter plan, and also SQL should also be. I guess SQLs and DDLs is the same. Seed data basically. Seed data should also be created. Okay, but only thing is, download should not be enabled. Download zip should not be enabled. And also, I want to add one more thing. It's like user should not be able to copy anything out of the platform. Okay, that is the feature I want to build in. Like user should not be able to copy paste the text from the platform itself. Okay, so that user doesn't copy directly the SQL from the UI itself. it's a it's a pretty big ask. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, but it becomes pretty easy for me to also implement just by saying it, right? Otherwise I'll have to type all these things. So for doing that, what you can do is, on your whatever system you are using, there is an application known as Whisper. Okay, so Whisper Flow can be used to convert your speech into text. Okay, so you can install this. It gives you a free account basically. Okay, for certain words generation. Okay, on daily basis. So you can for sure install this, and you can use it for multiple applications. Okay, it's not only limited to Claude or any kind. You can also click over here, use your shortcut for Whisper, and then that text will come over here itself. Okay, so you can use it for multiple things. So that makes your stuff easy. Sometimes what happens, it becomes very difficult to articulate things while writing. Okay, but when you are thinking out loud and when you are speaking, it becomes pretty easy to express things as well, right? So you can now do engineering by speaking, right? So that's the power of AI. Okay, cool. Let's proceed ahead. Yes. Yes. Also, guys, if you want to learn anything from the data engineering side or data science or analytics, let me know. uh, I'll try to put some videos for those topics as well. Okay, like designing architectures from scratch or anything you want to learn, right? I have more than now 50 like 13 to 14 years of experience within IT, right? So I can tell you end to end process, how the thought process is, and how you should also develop the same thought process. So let me know. Okay, guys, I guess we have one more subscriber now. We are now 40. member family. So for the 40th person, welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel Tech with Sachin. So where we build up, vibe coding products from scratch, and we also share the thought process behind every product that we are building and how the overall phases go ahead. Okay. Okay, it's a lot of tokens have been utilized for this particular requirement from my side, right? So yeah, let's see. Okay, what counts as an active project for the project? Only in progress projects count or only draft counts? Okay, hard cap of one project. Yes, I want to put it like a hard cap. How should the download zip copy buttons be? Yeah, show disabled with upgrade to pro. Yes, that's cool. Yeah, I guess this should, instead of this, we can put like show clicking the button itself prompts an upgrade flow. Yes, that should be good enough so that users get to know, right? We need to upgrade it. Just by hovering over it, sometimes user might miss it. Okay. In this way, users will try to click on it, but they will get to know, right? They need to upgrade. Okay, show the should the limits also be enforced server side, not just hidden in the UI? Okay, yes, both UI and API enforce. Yes, that's correct. We want it at both the levels, not only the UI. Otherwise, if anyone gets hang of the APIs, right? So they would be able to do anything. We don't want that. Okay. Hmm. Any client-side block internal controls the blocking right is a soft deterrent only DevTools view source correct. Bypass it. I'll implement the soft blocks and then stops casual copying, but it can't be a hard guarantee, right? The gates count downloads on the other hand are real enforcement. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's see what all things can be done to at least avoid, the basic copy pasting of the files or anything. Mm, okay. Okay, I'm parallelly. This is fine. Let me just open the other project as well. Okay, I'll try to showcase you that as well what I'm building. So basically, I'm building up a platform where users can buy and sell cloud skills. Okay. So sometimes building platform for everything is also not good. Okay, you can also build small skills like a repetitive task. Okay, and you have mastered some task. You know how to prompt the cloud or AI for that to get the final outcome. Okay, so you develop skills for that. Okay, cloud skills. So it's nothing but like a prompt itself in a very good shape. Okay, that you have created, that can be used as a tool itself, like a repetitive tool within your cloud instance. Okay, so that is a platform where you can buy and sell cloud skills. Okay, so I'm just building that as well parallelly. Okay. This is good enough. Okay, so now it's starting for the interview restart part, like blocking that. Okay, there we get a button, right, for restarting everything. So if I go to here, projects, okay, so once I click on this, I'll also try to optimize this for mobile devices as well. Okay, yeah, so here you see continue refining, there is start over, or there is also option to start your interview over here as well, right? So these should be disabled for the basic plan. Okay. Okay, now it's putting some gating on top of project on the starter part, and then there would be a locking of interview. Okay, then SQL Surface protection, then gate download zip. Okay, so every development is happening in different phases. Okay. Okay, so till the time I am thinking, let's start working on the integrations pieces. So integration is also, yeah, we were thinking of implementing email, right? Yeah. So what happens right now if you go to the project? Okay, so I go to the run, go to the ERD basically. Okay, and if I run the synthesize, okay, resynthesize, and I just want to change this name, right, resynthesize or like something like that. I don't want it. Okay, I will do something like a different name, I'll think of it. Okay, for now we can keep it like resynthesize, but I'll have to think something of like a different name. Okay, so for sure if you can comment in chat and tell me what should we keep over here. Okay, so that will be great. Okay, interview. ERD. So now you see, right, the resynthesis part runs in like a background process. If I show you here, you will see, right, so this is getting picked up. Okay, so there is like my funds are exhausted right now in chat GPT part, so that's why it's throwing an error. Otherwise you will be able to see everything. Okay, so now it's getting pushed up into Redis itself. Okay, if I log into Redis, so Redis is just like a caching kind of a database where you maintain everything in memory. So when you are reading within from in memory, your reads become pretty fast. Okay, so we are using Redis for that because we need to showcase like real time statuses of the jobs, right? So for that purpose we have implemented Redis over here. Okay, so if I go to the Redis section, you can just go to launch over here. So you can have a free Redis instance. Okay, if you want to try that out. Over here you can see the jobs. Okay, whatever is running right now. Okay, so you can track everything. just close this. Let me go back to the section for this. So OpenAI guys, if you are anyhow seeing this video or the stream reaches you, I would love to have some credits from you guys for building up this product end to end. Okay, so make sure guys this stream reaches out to OpenAI guys or Anthropic guys, anyone. Okay, let's go back to the product. Also, we need to implement that capability as well, where user would be able to chat with the model as well. Okay, so they should be able to update the model from here now if they want to. Anyhow, also one more thing is like I want to produce a documentation as well. Okay, end-to-end documentation. I'll put it over here after DVT. I'll put it like that. Okay, let's ask this. Okay, it will keep on building it. Just like we have tabs for interview, seed data, as well as DVT and other stuff, I want one tab to be created for documentation part as well, where once everything has been built, parallelly, at the end, a documentation has been also built for the complete data model, explaining everything, the relationships, how the standard enterprise documentation looks like for a data model, and which can be shared across the teams for the data modeling to get approvals or get any kind of sign-offs on it. So make it pretty professional. I want it like data heavy, as well as along with diagrams of your ERD diagram. In that everything should be covered. Okay, so we are covering everything guys. So we make the life of data modelers and data engineers pretty easy now. So they don't need to worry about creating anything. Only thing is just give interview once. Okay, that's it. That also I'll try to decrease the typing thing for them. They can just speak it out. Okay, just like I am speaking right now. They should be able to speak out what they are thinking, how the model should look, or like while the interview they are answering to the questions, so they can speak out automatically. The things get written in over there. Okay, so by the way guys, we have got the startup funds from Cartesia basically. So what Whisperflow does is similar what Cartesia does. Okay, so Cartesia is also like a speech to text and text to speech kind of services. They have models built for that purpose, where you can convert your voices, you can clone your voices, and even you can use them for speech to text and text to speech purposes. Okay, so we will use it. So right now we are using those services in our Hello Voice platform. Okay, so I'll create a video for the Hello Voice platform as well. Okay, which we have created and which we are now targeting to sell in the market, where you can create your voice agents, deploy them over websites, on actual phone numbers. Okay, and also do a lot of stuff with that. So we have integrated CRM system in that as well. Okay, where you can approach to the customers, call them directly from the agents. So you can call like 10,000 or 1 lakh users at the same time. Okay, so agents are talking to them basically. Okay, or marketing, they can also do marketing for you, right? So there can be a lot of use cases. If you want to go and check it out, like I'll put the website for Hello Voice. Okay, so you can go ahead and check it out. This is the platform that we have built, and if you want to try that out, for sure we are launching up a plan which is like a starter plan, which will somewhere start around $29 per month, where you can actually get 125 minutes of usage of your agent that you will be building. And also agent building is pretty easy in that you use AI to build an AI agent. Okay, within 5 minutes you will be getting started up with an AI voice agent in that. Okay, yeah, so I'll create a video on that platform as well, so that you can learn about it. Okay, So documentation API is also working. Okay, it's functionally a coded extraction path. Okay, now it has actually done some checks on it. Okay, it's running. Yeah, it's running. So now you see we cannot this will clear. Okay, this cannot be undone, but just a minute. I'm just verifying the things what AI has done. Okay, what has it done? Per page gets project list at the starter list. Okay, the new project CTO opens upgrade model. Okay, let's see. First we'll go stage by stage. Okay, let's go to projects. Okay, if I click on new project, so it's not enabled, right? Okay, anyhow, it's view plans. New project. Okay, anyhow we won't be able to create it right now since I am not subscribed to any of the plan, right? That only I can test once I have a plan assigned. Okay, for that I need to do an end-to-end complete integration for Stripe. Okay, so yeah, that I'll do. That's not an issue. Right now I've just implemented directly the production links in here. Okay, for the Stripe payment links basically. I'll also can what I can do is like I can put up like the test links as well over here for my testing purpose. Okay, otherwise yeah, a lot of things needs to be done in order to implement the whole payment system within the platform. Okay, so like creation of webhooks and everything. So why webhooks are needed is once you create or assign to any of the plan, right? How would our platform get to know? Because Stripe is a different platform itself. Our platform is running somewhere else. So payment comes in Stripe. And how would we basically get notified, right? If a payment has been succeeded or it has failed, right? How would we track it? So for that purposes, we create webhooks. Webhooks are nothing but endpoints. Okay. If I'll talk about endpoint, it's like you have a URL created on your side, so whenever anything happens on the other side, automatically that message comes on your URL endpoint. Okay, and then you can use that particular message to uh, make changes in your product. Okay, or make changes into the behavior of the product. Okay, so it's like that. So if suppose someone is subscribed to pro plan, we will get to know, right, from the message itself that the user has subscribed to a pro plan, and then we will be assigning all the things in the product according to that persona basically for the user. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so we won't be able to test it, right? So what should we do? Okay, let's not do it for now. By tomorrow basically I'll try to integrate that piece as well, the end to end, I'll say the Stripe implementation. Okay, so let's go to the documentation piece. I want to just actually check it out, right, how the documentation looks like. So I really want to see. Okay, so but let's see whether it has finished implementing it or not. Yeah, it's still working. Let's do. So the export is working fine, DBT is working fine, seed data is working fine. The only thing also I want to do is, once you have the DBT project created, right, how would we make sure that the project created is actually a workable project? So what we will do is, at the background we will try to run the project on a DuckDB instance. So DuckDB is nothing like a in-browser kind of a database which you can run it in a very less memory, right? We can just quickly run that model, create the tables in that, and test it out, right? Whether the whole DBT model runs perfectly fine, and then people can go here and publish it directly to their GitHub, and then they can utilize it. Okay, so all these features basically published to GitHub and everything would be coming in a pro plan. Okay, so now if I, yeah, I'm able to copy. Yeah, it's still working on it. Yeah, recommend a quick local sanity subscriber test account to starter. You flip a row in subscriptions. Okay, then try creating a second by copying SQL. Okay, and clicking down, all three should open the model. Okay, so where is the SQLs, DDLs? Okay, so let me just try to copy this. I'm able to copy. What has AI done in that? Okay, from here it's saying no. It's saying create a new project. Okay, creating a new project itself takes a lot of time because you have to go through the whole interview process, right? So that's why I just created one demo project so that I don't need to go again and again through the same cycle for now. Okay. But yeah, we'll have to anyhow test it out, right? But yeah, let's not do it right now. Okay. Let this one complete. So today the last thing I would like to implement is the resend part. Okay, after that, like, we can close the stream for now. Okay, but last thing I like to implement is the mailing part. So whenever you trigger the synthesis part, right? So a mail should also be sent at the end of the synthesis if your all assets are available for you to download. Okay, it should be like that. I guess for setting up resend it will take some time for me. Okay, so we can, like, what I'll do is today I'll set up the resend and then tomorrow we can implement all that stuff. So let's finish this up till the documentation piece today. Okay, and then tomorrow major things that we'll be doing is the resend, like the email setup, and then also the Stripe. I'll already create the webhooks and everything, so we would be able to test it end to end. Okay, so that I'll do. So yeah, these would be the major tasks for tomorrow, and then also we'll try to make this non-copyable. Okay, so user won't be able to copy anything. Like save as, what does this save as do is, it's a web page only. Okay. I believe, yeah, documentation part is also done now. So let's now see how the documentation looks like. Okay, let's go to the doc. Okay, okay, print and save as PDF. Okay. Oh, for everything it's maintaining the versions. Nice. I love this. Okay, but yeah, let me see how the documentation is. A data model, this document describes, okay, Kimball compliance tags, generated IR, okay, content, executive summary, nice. It has everything, show mermaid source, nice. Everything is there. Okay, this is good. One block behind the column table is the source of truth. Okay, for DDL. Okay, events, claim number, claim management system, related to FNL payments and recoveries, right? So this is great. Amount recovered, nice. Everything is mentioned here, right? So what all things are there? This is fine, this is good, this is also good, this is also good. Great documentation. The only thing is we need to see how to export it as PDF as well, right? People won't, like we can have a feature inside this tool only, right? People can give approval over here. Yeah, that can be a great feature, right? So this tool will have then that kind of a stickiness within the teams, right? So within, like, logging into the platform, only teams can, approve, reject, whatever they want to, provide comments on top of, the whole project or model itself, right? So basically project is nothing but a data model, right? So onto the overall project, people can provide comments and everything, provide approvals, rejections, everything. So that can be a very good sweet spot for this product. Okay, so we'll try to implement in that only. Looks nice. Okay, from the data governance perspective, it's talking about internal 78, restricted 3. Yeah, customer mailing address. Yeah, it's also talks about PI inventory as well, right? So this is great stuff. Great stuff. Okay. Relationship catalog. This is also good. Modeling and naming conventions. This is good. Okay. This is great. Design rational by the model. No rational entries were captured. Okay. Captured during synthesis. Okay. Yeah, this can be a like design rational thing. It's coming and empty and sources. Yeah, this should like I want this sources and design rational to also come, right? Sources can be like the KB, the knowledge base. So right now we don't have anything, right, in the knowledge base. So that's why maybe it's not showcasing the sources, but we will ask Claude itself, okay, whether that particular feature has been implemented or not, okay, and also the design rationale as well. It okay, basically I want it like for the sources piece, it can also refer internet as well, okay, for and then mark it like from what all resources or sources it has curated to basically create your data model, right? So it can be a great piece so that whatever you're building, right, it's backed by actual data. So that's how people will believe, right? So the data model that has been built is up to the mark. So we need to provide some kind of satisfactory responses to the users, like backed by data or like backed by links to knowledge bases, documents, or internet sightings, right? Citations like that. So that can be a very good point over here. Okay, and then design rational, because also in that way your LLMs won't hallucinate much, right? So they are giving you responses backed by data, okay, which are actually present. Otherwise you will have to do a lot of research. Right now LLM is doing everything for you, okay, and anyhow our tool is, right, it's not only LLM which is doing all the stuff. So we have built agents at the background in such a way, okay, that each agent is doing their work perfectly, okay, in a sync. Okay, that's why you get all these responses. Okay, so let's I guess, yeah, so let me note down for tomorrow what we need to do. Okay, one is stripe testing. Okay, stripe testing. So before that, basically I'll create all the things, webhook and everything. Okay, I'll try to also create video for that. Okay, record a video for that. So how to create webhooks in Stripe. Okay, so that you guys can also learn, right, how Stripe works. Stripe testing and creation of webhooks. Okay, and creation of webhook. Okay, second thing is configure resend. Okay, configure resend to send emails. Okay, send emails. basically I'll just configure resend along with our domain, okay, so that it can send or receive emails, okay. So that is one part. Third is in the report, right? In the report, design rational and sources are coming empty for now, right? Are coming empty for now. Fourth is also user should not be able to copy, right? Should not be able to copy content, okay. So it's like that. Yeah, these would be the four major things that we will start tomorrow everything with, okay. Then we will proceed ahead with other things, okay. So but this that can be a very great feature, right? So where people can provide every approvals over here only, okay. You have the data architect name, automatically all these things would be loaded, okay. Domain owner, governance, privacy, so you provide your signatures or like approve or reject, you get options to do that as well, okay. So pretty good enough, pretty good, right? So it becomes a whole system. Okay, let me just try to save this as a PDF. That then it breaks, right? This is breaking. Okay, I don't want this kind of a print kind of a thing. I don't want that. I only want like a PDF that can be exported directly, okay. Otherwise not like exported, basically PDF can be downloaded directly, okay. Let me ask this to Claude only. I don't want like a print or save PDF. Already there should be a PDF which I can download. Okay, so because when I do the print option, so the alignment completely breaks whatever is present. Okay, I want a proper PDF to be generated which contains the same text and everything in a well formatted documentation which can be presented to business, data modelers, data engineers, and everyone. It should be pretty good enough looking, and it should actually follow like the enterprise level of things, okay. So this is the last thing that we will see and build, and then we'll close the stream for today, guys. By the way, we have reached 40 subscribers today. So we started up somewhere around 33, so we have got up now to 40. Thank you so much to all the people who are subscribing the channel as well as the stream, and the people who are watching the stream. A big shout out to all of them. Okay. We selected the Kimball model, okay, then you have to directly sign off as well. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now we'll also give them the option to update the ERDs over there, okay. The next task will be to implement all the updates to these data models as well, just by having like a agent talking to an agent, and then it will be making changes to it. it's now using some other library for like report lab for generating the documentation. Okay, it's just generating the final documentation PDF generator module, and then we will see how the documentation exactly looks. Okay, so these things are pretty important. Okay, whenever you are creating any kind of data model, documentation plays a very major role. Okay, because if a new person joins your team, right, how would be they be able to understand, right, how your overall data has been segregated and put up in your databases or environments, right? So the one way is only by looking through the data model. Okay, how the basically the data is distributed. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go to YouTube once. Let's see your channel. Okay, it's showing fine. The stream is showing fine. Or okay. So also guys, if you want to join a channel where I put up latest blogs and everything, so you can join this channel from the description. This is like a Zoho channel. So you can create up a Zoho account and then you can join it. Okay. So also if any kind of new updates are coming, so I'll be posting all those things over there. So you can join the channel over there. Okay. Okay. I guess it's almost at the final stage where it will be creating up a post endpoint and then calling that endpoint on the press of the button, right? That's just a small step. I believe this is almost done. And then we will be able to test it out. Okay. I don't know if I will be able to download it because I saw this like constant created, right? The starter plan does not include. Anyhow, I'm not on any plan right now. I'm not sure whether I will be able to download it. I hope I should be, since I am controlling the AI right now. But let's see. Okay, guys, if you want to see how the process of building this product is reaching to day 11, you should for sure go back and see the till the day 10 streams, right? So you will understand from day 1 how we started conceptualizing this product, okay? How we thought of this product. So this is a very big gap in the data market, so I'm just trying to cover that gap using AI. Okay, I've seen a lot of problems in various companies. I have worked for a lot of companies, right? And while working there, I observed this issue quite a lot. Okay, so data modelers also don't get enough information sometimes from the client, and the model that they are producing, right? Sometimes it lacks somewhere, right? So, and also they don't have any help as such, right? Now we have AI to help them out, so it can be a game changer for them. Okay, not only I'll say data modelers, but any business, right, which is trying to set up a data team kind of stuff, right? So they can use this product to have an efficient data model being built, push it to basically what I'll say your repositories, and then DBT models created, seed data created for you, right? So all that stuff, even documentation also created for you at every step. Okay, so AI is doing that for you. You don't need any person to do all that documentation. Okay, it has now created that piece. Let's go back to the ERD, sorry, the documentation. Let's see, download PDF. Got it. Oh my god. And now it will ask me to do the billing. Okay, so let me just say for now, just enable. Okay, for now, just enable download without a plan. Okay, I just want to see, right, how the PDF is generated. Later on, we will, do. We will revert back basically. Okay. Just for testing, basically, I'm just removing this. Otherwise, that was a apt feature that AI had built, right? So already we told AI that there should be no way to download anything in a starter plan. So AI did its part properly, okay. But right now we need that to be removed for the testing purpose, okay. Yeah, I guess we are good to go now. So let's download the PDF. Download PDF. Fail to fetch. Okay, why is that so? Okay, there is some issue. Let me just pass this. So I guess some closing of the tag that is missed. It will work. Like Cloud will make changes to it. It's fine. Yeah, some imports were missing basically, right? So that was the issue. Okay, so let me now try to download it. Uh, Again, it's still the same. Why? Should I run the project again? Okay, let me do that. Let me just. What's the problem? Okay, let me clear. Now let me run.sh. Okay. This is good. Now let me try to download PDF. No, it's still throwing an error. But what is the error exactly? Let me check also the console as well, right? So sometimes the issues show in console and not directly. Okay, has been blocked by cores. Okay, so this is the issue. Okay, so this is getting blocked by cores. So that is why I say, right? So you need to know little bit of debugging skills as well, so that you can pass the right error to Claude, and Claude can make changes accordingly. Okay. They should not be actually be removed in the production cases because cross origin access should not be allowed. These are the basics of your security 101 while developing any kind of a application, or like I can say a web application or a platform. Okay. So only your front end should be accessible, or should be talking to your back end itself, not more than that. Okay. From different systems, you should not be accessing. You should not allow accessing your backends like that. So that's why you have this coarse errors coming in. Okay, yes. Let me close this. Okay. And then open palette. Let me just close this. Okay. Okay, layout error, not actual cores. Okay, the moment source was being placed inside a single cell table. Okay, got it. Let's now try to download it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it worked. So let's now open. Remind me later. Okay, this is little bit here and there not formatted properly, but yeah, we will improve it anyhow. Okay. Dimensions are 6, facts are 511 entities. Great. Okay, entity relationship diagram is there. Mermaid source, it's there. Entity catalog, everything is there. The only thing is like the alignment and everything, right? So that is not like the formatting is not done properly. Okay. So that rest everything looks good. The formatting pieces and little bit here and there, right? Explanation of the overall entity ER diagram, that is also missing. Okay. So we'll put all these things anyhow. But yeah, we have at least created the basic structure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I guess we are done for today, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. We will do the vibe coding, and peace out. Good night. Bye bye.